Oh hey, I didn't see you there. So for today's video I wanted to switch it up a little bit, deviate from the norm, and tell a story about my life. But I couldn't really think of any good stories, at least none that I wanted to share on the channel right now. So I went and found a story by somebody else. Now the book that I'm reading tonight, is Finnegan's Wake by James Joyce. And this book is infamous for being almost impossible to read, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. Probably knock it out in about an hour and a half. The game going on in the background is The Binding of Isaac: Rebirth, and that's just there for some visual stimulation. So let's get into this. River run past even Adams from swerve of shore to bend of bay brings us by a commodious vicus of recirculation back to Howth Castle and environs. Sir Tristram Voiler de Amor, forever the short sea, had Passencourt re-arrived from North America by this side of the scraggy isthmus of Europe Minor to wilder fight his Peninsula war. Nor had topsawyers rocks by the stream Oconee exaggerated themselves to Lawrence country's Gorgios while they were doubling in the mumper all the time. Nor a voice from a fire bellows said mishy mishy to toff thoughter Petrick, not yet, though the Venice soon after, had a kid scad button did a bland old Isaac, not yet, though all's fair in Venecy, were Sosie Sethers wroth with Twone Nathan Joe. Wrought a peck of Pa's malt had Gemmershen brewed by Arclight and Rory and Regenbrow was to seen ringsome on the aqua face. The fall, ba da la garg taka min nar ron kan bron tan ran tuan thuan throv howen wasas con tu hu hurdi thurnuk of a once Wall Street old par, is retailed early in bed and later on life, down through all Christian minstrelsy. The great fall of the off-wall entailed at such short notice the pifsjuiced of Finnegan, earth's solid man, that the Humpty Hillhead of himself promptly sends an unquiring one well to the west in quest of his Trumpty-Tum toes. And their upturned Pike Point end place is at the knockout in the park where oranges have been laid to rust upon the green since devils first loved Livy. So already you can tell what the author's getting into. He's setting up a prime setting for Finnegan's journey through the transcendence of time and space. What this book is going to do is detail out every step of his adventure and how to recreate it, and Finnegan is going to be the apex of that journey. What clashes here of wills, gen, wants, ostrygods, gag, and fishy gods, brakek, kakek, cokes, uwalu, kuawo, where the Balderlaries partisans are still out to math Master Malachus McGrains and the Verdons catapulting the cannibalistics out of the woady boys of Hoodiehead. Assy-gates and boomerang strom, sods brewed by me fear. Sanglorian save, arms appeal with larms appalling, killy, atoll, what chance cuddlies, what cashels aired and ventilated, what bidimethalovs sinduced by what tegyo tebsolvers, what true feeling for their hay hair, and what a strong voice of false chicka. Oh, hear, how Hoth sprawled met the dusk, the father of fornicationists. But, oh my shining stars and body, how hath fain spaned most high heavens of sky sign of soft advertisement? But what is? Isuet? Were sewers? The oaks of all now they lie in peat, yet elms leak where asks lay. Fall if you will, but rise you must, and none so soon either shall the forest for the nunts come to set down secular phonish. Big Master Finnegan of the stuttering head, Freeman's Maurer, lived in the broadest way imaginable. In his rush looked too far back from Asus before Joshua's judges had given us numbers or Helveticus committed Deuteronomy. One yeasty day he sternly stuck his teat in a tub for to watch the future of his fates, but ere he swiftly stuck it out again, by the might of Moses, the very water evaporated, and all the gunnesses had met their exodus, so that ought to show you what a pinchin choochie chap he was. And during mighty odd years this man of hod, cement, and edifices in Toppersthorpe piled building supra building, pon the banks for the livers by the song so. He addle little fiffy arny tugged the little crater, with her hair and Hans tuck up your part in her. That was the real text. Oft while Balbalus, mithy ahead, with goodly trowel in grasp, and ivor-royal overalls which he had habitacularly fancied, like Howrun Childrick Egbirth he would calligate by the multiplicables, the altitude and multitude, until he seesaw by neat light of the liquor where twin 'twas born. His roundhead staple of other days to rise and undress masonry upstanded, joy grant it, a wallworth of a skyscrape of most eye-hall thoth and towerly originating from next to nothing, and celescating the limbs and the hyemals and all higher architected top-tip loftical, with a burning bush abob off its bauble top, with laurens o'toolers clittering up and tumbles o' buckets cluttering down. So, I don't think I need to go on. I'm pretty sure everyone has pretty much fully grasped the context of this book. Again, to reiterate, it's about Finnegan's journey through time and space. And I think there was something about a skyscraper in there, and I think he put something into someone. So, that's about it. There's no need to read further because the story is pretty much completed. That's gonna be it, I guess. So, I think it's pretty clear what's going on here. The text in front of me is just too advanced for mortal minds, and that's why I can't comprehend it. But if I could read it, it would tell me how to transcend time and space, and I'd be able to join Finnegan in the ether. But unfortunately, I can't read it, and I can't do that, so I'm going to cut the video here.
The rocket must be lit.